Okay. I don't remember the last time we had so many people on this phone.
About a year ago.
Say what?
I said about a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, so Wendy, there's more seats over here. If you want to sit. Okay, call this meeting to order. Mr. Valiant.
Here.
Mr. Helmut.
Here.
Mr. Manel.
Here.
Mr. Mullin.
Here.
Mrs. Sauer. Here. Mr. Roberts.
Here.
Mr. Staniger.
Here.
Mrs. Sullivan. Here. Mr. Weston. The prayer and the pledge will be led by Legislator Bill Staniger.
Lord, we pray for guidance and wisdom as we conduct business in the county. And we pray for strength for the people who have lost relatives and friends due to COVID. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have one recognition resolution. And I make a motion to read it unanimously.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Legislator Roberts will read and present.
Does the Lopke family like to come up? Whereas Frank S. Lopke passed away on January 29th, 2021 And whereas the Tioga County Legislature would like to posthumously recognize Mr. Lopke for his long-standing accomplishments as a Tioga County businessman, lifelong community member, and generous benefactor to countless people and organizations. And whereas Mr. Lopke purchased his first dump truck, discovered his spirit, and started on the path of many successful business ventures with his wife, Barbara. Over the years, Mr. Lopke added more trucks to his fleet and started his first company known for F.S. Lopke Contracting Incorporated. Today, with a fleet of over 50 trucks, Mr. Lopke's company proudly serves customers across the area. And whereas in the early 1980s, Mr. Lopke began rock and aggregate crushing with his first plant located in Lounsbury, New York, and with the acquisition of several locations in Broome and Tioga counties, there are currently 14 plants locally. And whereas Lopke Quarries Incorporated was later formed and specializes in contracting crushing up and down the East Coast doing business in 10 states, and whereas in the late 1990s, Mr. Lopke acquired a plant in Las Vegas, Nevada, which became Lopke Granite Products. This acquisition was instrumental in the business growth he saw. And whereas through Mr. Lopke's keen business sense and leadership, F.S. Lopke Contracting Incorporated has over 200 valued employees and is one of the top sand and gravel producing companies in the United States. And whereas throughout the years, Mr. Lopke belonged to numerous organizations pertaining to the construction industry and remained involved in the daily business activities until 10 days before his passing, leaving behind a company that only he could have built, and one where his influence will be long-lasting and spirit will forever be the foundation of the Lopke companies. And whereas Mr. Lopke is survived by his wife of 62 years, Barbara, 4 children and 9 grandchildren, therefore be it that this resolution be spread upon the minutes of this meeting and a certified copy be presented to the family of Frank S. Lopke. Signed, Martha Sawbury, Chairperson of the Tioga County Legislature.
Thank you so much. This would have meant so much to my dad. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If the Lopke family would like to leave now, you certainly can, or you can stay, whatever you're comfortable with.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have lots of things on the agenda today, and one of them is the recognizing our graduates for the Institute for Advancement. Now, this is a program that we started in the county in 2018. It's something to help our employees develop better skills so they can be promoted within their organizations, and I like to think of it as a leadership program to build and encourage our employees, to motivate them, to help them connect with other kinds of people across the county and understand better how the county government works and how they can contribute to a better county government. And now I'm going to introduce Stephen Polanski, and he is going to take over the program. Stephen.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Committee for for the Tioga County Institute for Advancement. Welcome to today's event, where we're recognizing the graduates of the Institute for Advancement, class number 2. My name is Steve Pelinowski. I'll be your MC. Before we move on to today's program, we would first like to express our appreciation to the county legislature and to department heads for their continuing support of this program. Also like to thank the members of the I4A committee, Marty Sarbury, Bethany O'Rourke, Joy Bennett, who can't be here with us today, Ellen Pratt, Sarah Beagle, and yours truly. We want to give a special thanks to the person who's the glue that holds us together, the committee, and keeps us on track, our secretary, Linda Sampson. Thanks, Linda. Now, to get to this point, obviously, we had to start with Class 1. Class 1 began with 19 students in 2018. During that year, the class attended several training sessions, including Tioga County Government 101, Management, Hiring, Performance Evaluation, Supervision, Civil Service, Conflict Management, Budget Prep and Fiscal Skills, and Real Colors, where we learned about recognizing and working with different personality types. Now, we liked Real Colors so much that we now have our own Real Colors trainer for the county, our personnel officer, Bethany O'Rourke. During 2019, graduates from Class 1 were offered the opportunity to attend some follow-on training, including some additional budget and munis training and ethics in the workplace. Class 2 began in 2020 with high hopes to continue to develop the program. Now, we trained Real Colors in February, but then COVID arrived. We were able to pivot the program, embracing the technology of Zoom, and we're able to train strength-based communications, Tioga County Government 101, and workplace ethics. It is our high hope that this program will continue to improve and evolve as we work to develop the future leaders for Tioga County. And now is the time to recognize the graduates from Class 2. First, we'll recognize those individuals who are not able to be with us today. But please congratulate them wherever and whenever you may see them. Abby Hendrickson from Economic Development and Planning, Kevin Humes from the Law Department, Kelly Johnson and Janice Nelson from the County Clerk's Office, and Heather Vroman from the Public Health Department. We just found out today she's got a sick little one that she has to stay home with. Now we'll recognize those individuals who are here with us. Please stand when your name is read and remain standing. Now, if you somehow didn't make it, you don't have to stand. It's okay. And ask everybody to please hold your applause until all names are read. Katie Chandler from the Treasurer's Office. Joyce Constantini from the Department of Motor Vehicles. Cole Ford from the Department of Public Works. Brian Goodrich from Information Technology and Communication Services. Megan Griffiths from Economic Development and Planning. Catherine Healy from Mental Hygiene. Amy Poff from the Personnel Office. Chad Post from the Probation Department. Anita Teed from Department of Social Services. James Walls from the Board of Elections. And Julie Whipple from the Department of Social Services. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class 2 graduates of the Tioga County Institute for Advancement. And I would also, we'd like to thank Katie Chandler and Brian Goodrich, who got roped into, who graciously have joined the committee. We're looking forward to working with them in the future. Okay. So now this concludes our program. We thank you all for coming. At this time, we're going to turn the floor back over to our legislative chair, Marty Sarbury, for the State of the County address. Following that, we'll be able to head on out, grab your mugs by the door, and we'll meet by the mural for pictures. Thank you very much.
Nice job, Stephen. You should take up public speaking. The way a team plays as a whole determines its success. You may have the greatest bunch of stars in the world, but if they don't play together, the club won't be worth a dime. Babe Ruth, baseball legend. Our team brought us through in 2020. 2020 began on a high note. Expectations were high, and we finally secured a contract to upgrade our badly needed emergency communications system, an important project that took years in the making. A working communication system is critical to the safety and well-being of all residents in Tioga County, and we were very optimistic that we could hit the ground running and secure grant funding and start moving forward. Our world stood still when COVID-19 struck New York City. The governor could declare a state of emergency to contain the spread of the coronavirus, and we followed suit on March 14th, closing all Tioga County schools. We spent the next days, weeks, and months following the governor's executive orders. There were daily meetings with Albany giving us directions on how safely to go about our daily life at work and at home. There were orders, guidance, rules calling out a new way to behave, and it stopped us right in our tracks. 50% of our workforce was sent home. Some employees were able to work remotely thanks to the quick thinking of our IT department. Quick thinking department heads split shifts in order to reduce the numbers of workers that were in one spot, still getting the work done. Our DMV department closed and the phone began to ring. There were so many questions, and then we didn't have the answers to choose. We needed masks, PPE, hand sanitizer, and so did the rest of the community. Emergency management stepped up, came through, scrounging for needed items, making deliveries any time of the day or night, providing items to ensure our safety. It was clear that this community wanted to know what was going on, and we did our best to communicate in press releases, radio spots, and then there was the fear and concern of the community. Even though our numbers were small, we had to prepare the community for significant behavioral changes. The changes came, businesses were closing, restaurants switched to takeout only, no sports, no community activities, no gatherings. Our legislative meetings quickly turned to Zoom meetings, and we managed to get the work of the county done virtually. Without the support of the county attorney, legislative clerk, and our personnel director, I'm not sure how I would have survived. There were daily communications coming out of the state and the government, and most of it contradicted each other. We developed plans for closing and we developed plans for opening. As our numbers increased, it became more important to send a message to the community that they needed to be careful. And then the deaths came. How do you report the loss of a loved one in a press release to the community? How do you say you're sorry, that you wish you could fix this, defeat the virus, and win the battle? To date, we've lost 70 individuals to the COVID-19 virus. We lost friends and families and community members. Anger and fear rose up. Who would be the next? The increase in fear and anxiety and then abuse meant that more mental health services were needed, and our mental health department stepped up, offering telehealth sessions with individuals, helping people deal with the fear and depression that COVID brought. The disturbing upward trend of opiate use in Tioga County continued through 2020. There was a manifestation in addiction to prescription opioid medications as well as illicit opioids. Tioga County probation saw a marked increase in the use of methamphetamine by people on probation. Despite the reduction in services due to the pandemic, Probation continued to work closely with agencies such as ACBC to attempt to provide those struggling with addiction with necessary services and support. Spring and summer brought added anger and unrest across the country due to the death of George Floyd. In May, the governor created a mandate that all municipalities that had a police force must participate in the Police Reform and Reinvention Collaborative in order to restore relationships between the police and the community. It was a lengthy process, one that involved all of the community, and I'm pleased to say that we have completed our plan and submitted it to Albany. The governor also mandated that counties create their own pandemic operations plan in case there was another pandemic. Thankfully, the planning office stepped up and did an amazing job managing the project, which we will pass today in our legislative meeting. Good news, amidst the pandemic, the Board of Elections pulled off a flawless series of elections, which included a presidential election, and now they're right back at it. Despite the pandemic, bridges and roads had to be repaired, snow had to be plowed, and our buildings had to be maintained. Our public works team took care of many needs as we rearranged spaces to accommodate space restrictions and the traffic flow within buildings. Social services stood like a fortress, ready to provide services and support for citizens during the pandemic. The Tioga Career Center helped with unemployment benefits and helped people create jobs and clarified to those in need. Economic development stepped up to help businesses through the closing and opening process, helping to communicate the many rules and regulations that came down from the state and how to do things properly and safely. They also created an Economic Development Recovery Advisory Board to help businesses recover from the economic downturn. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Team Tioga worked with the Tioga County Foundations Coalition to establish a coalition emergency fund, a fund collaborative that provided support for organizations working with individuals and families most negatively affected by the virus. $73,000 was quickly and efficiently distributed to 11 essential nonprofits within Tioga County. Tioga County Tourism pivoted from their original 2020 marketing plan, shifting from promoting visitors to promoting shopping local. Tourism stepped up with a Tioga to Go campaign to promote takeout to keep our restaurants up and running. As the pandemic wore on, more items were thrown in the mix for counties to juggle. The biggest challenge was creating a county budget for 2021 without knowing how long the pandemic would last, how big state aid cuts would be, and if there would ever be a federal bailout. The only thing that gave us hope was the years of prudent budgeting that allowed us to save for a rainy day. While County Public Health planned and prepared emergency health protocols, the legislature planned and prepared for a fiscal storm. Early on in the pandemic, our sales tax income was at a shocking level of minus 41%. We made cuts during the year, starting with a 10% cut across the board for every single department, and again at budget time. We put a 90-day hiring freeze in place to slow down expenses. The biggest challenge? We never knew what was coming next. As a result, we were able to produce a budget for 21 and stay under the tax cap. At the end of the year, we ended with only a loss of 3%, which was considerably better than expected. I appreciate all the departments that stepped up and did their best to save taxpayer dollars. Thank you. When the year started, we knew that recycling contract would expire at the end of the year, and we had plans in place to work on a new contract. However, a major fire destroyed the material recycling facility, so we knew we had to act quickly. We understood that the value of commodities had decreased, and we fully expected an increase in cost, but not double the cost for half the service. The lowest bid was simply not affordable. We looked at options, researched recycling districts, but in the end, after considerable thought, we decided that private business was the answer. To date, private business has stepped up and recycling continues. The land bank started conversations with the Ithaca Neighborhood Housing Services and Tioga Opportunities on a proposal to construct 40 new residential units and 6 townhomes in the village of Owego. Property has been purchased and 13 properties were identified for the Temple Liberty Street redevelopment project, which addresses affordable housing. 9 other projects in the village of Waverly were completed and improved neighborhoods and restored property values. The IDA has been busy and work has begun on Owego Gardens 2, which is a sign of hope for the future. Manufacturing companies are looking for Tioga County as opportunity. We are moving forward on our on our emergency communication system for the county. We will accomplish this much needed communication system for the safety of all Tioga County residents. We will also look for ways to strengthen emergency medical services in the county in the rural areas. Things are getting better. Kids are going back to school. They're playing sports. Restrictions are being lifted, and the vaccine has arrived. What we have learned from this community is that we are resilient. We knew that because of the floods and the fires in the past, but this was something entirely different. We learned that we can work and attend school from home, but we need to expand broadband coverage so you don't have to do your homework in the school parking lot to get a signal. We learned that we can carry on the basics of county government working at 50%, but only for a short time. We learned that we can do with less, but we also learned that community and relationships are critically important. We need to operate as a unit, focused and communicating to make good, solid decisions and make sure everybody is heard. Finally, we learned that we can meet a challenge, hunker down, and do the hard things. It isn't pretty, it's difficult. But we also learned that we can't do it alone. We need each other, supporting, helping, and encouraging one another. I'd like to stop here and take a moment to thank all Tioga County employees for being great team members. Thank you for the long hours, for your patience on the confusion and the changing rules, but thank you mostly for your commitment to the county. I need to say a special thanks to our public health department. A hero is every public health professional in our communities across America working to protect us. There are many heroes in Tioga County, and ours is the public health department. The public health director, nurses, contact tracers, educators, administrators, volunteers, jack of all trades. They've been giving us what we need to protect our families and our communities, working 7 days a week in the beginning, advising our schools and businesses, communities, and protecting those at greatest risk. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. We've been doing the hard things, and now we're moving past. We stared fear in the face, and we did the things we thought we could not do. Thank you.
Kathy, do we have anybody for privilege of the board? We do not. Okay. I need approval for minutes for February 4th, 9th, and the 18th.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We have no petitions or communications or notices. We have no appointments or reappointments. Reports of standing committees, after all the committees met this month, and the minutes either are or will be on file with the clerk of the legislature. We will begin passing of resolutions, and legislature manager will begin to vote. Here we go. Appoint member to the Alternatives to Incarceration Advisory Board.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Appoint members to the Tioga Workforce Development Board.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Reappoint members to the Kent County Local Development Corporation Board.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Reappoint member to the Tioga County Local Development Board for Christine DeStefano. Motion.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Reappoint member to the Tioga County Local Development Board, David Astorina.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Set a motion hearing for the grant application to the New York State HCR OCR CDBG for 2020 program year. I need a motion to withdraw.
I'd like to make a motion to withdraw this resolution.
Second that.
Discussion. Roll call on motion to withdraw.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to withdraw carried. Authorize 2021 request for inclusion of lands in the agricultural district.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Adopt Tioga County Pandemic Operations Plan. Thank you, Elaine Jardine.
So second.
Discussion. I have to say discussion here. This was a plan that, again, I mentioned the governor said we had to create. I was in the middle of the police reform plan. We were in the middle of COVID. We might have been finishing up our budget, and I reached out to Leanne Tinney in Economic Development and Planning. She says, we got you. Elaine Jardine came in and she basically did the whole thing. So I just wanted on the record that we appreciate her help in every way. Okay, roll call.
Agree with that. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
carried. Requesting the rescinding of the New York State fiber right-of-way fee.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
carried. Authorize the submission of the 2021 PSAP operations grant.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
carried. Authorize the increase in administering the mortgage tax by the Tioga County Clerk as approved by the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Erroneous assessment for the town of Tioga.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Erroneous assessment for the town of Spencer.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Erroneous assessment for the town of Barton.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Transfer of funds for social services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Appropriation of funds and amend 21 budget for social services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. A resolution apportioning forfeiture of crime proceeds for drug enforcement activities.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Reestablish prior year 2020 capital for 21 budget for fire and EMO.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Reestablish the prior year 20 capital equipment funds and amend the 21 budget for the sheriff's office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
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 Carried. Reestablish prior year 2020 capital equipment funds and amend the 21 budget for public health.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Reestablish prior year 2020 bucket loader budget.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Approved supplemental agreement for West Creek Road Bridge construction support and inspection services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Authorize and fund Microsoft SQL Server database licenses with appropriation from capital software reserve account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Amend the employee handbook on rules of legislature and financial rules for fixed assets.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Reappointment of county historian Emma Seedor.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I'd like to just say one thing. She has done an incredible job in that position. I won't get into it, but if you get an opportunity, read up on her story of finding the courthouse bell that's been missing for the better part of 100 years. She found it. She does a great job for us, and I just think I wanted to express my gratitude for the job she's done publicly.
Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Authorize a waiver of 90-day hiring delay for the Board of Elections.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Authorize a 90-day waiver hiring delay for the Department of Social Services.
So moved.
Discussion, roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes, yes.
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 Carried. Authorize a waiver for 90-day hiring approved salary for hiring above the base deputy sheriff position, sheriff's office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion,
I just wanted to point something out on this. We're getting a very experienced officer from Ithaca PD. And it's an example of what happens when a municipality overreacts or for political reasons makes decisions about public safety. There's gonna be quite a few Ithaca police officers looking for employment elsewhere because of what's going on up there with the police department. To our benefit, but certainly not to the benefit of the gain of the citizens of Ithaca, New York.
If I could add to that, their loss is our gain.
That's true.
okay, roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
carried. So we have a late file resolution, and we need a motion to bring the late file resolution forward.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Transfer of funds in the budget modification for personnel.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. We just have to add at the end of this, when I talked about funding it for a bucket loader, one thing about working on the legislature, you get to learn a lot of stuff. I never knew what a bucket loader was before, and now I do. Meeting adjourned. I get going.
Yes.